This week on Dear Rabbi, are Orthodox marriages arranged? Short answer, no. Judaism does not have arranged marriages. What I assume you're referring to is the Jewish form of dating. So Orthodox Jews traditionally meet one another through a system known as Shidduch dating. It's not very different from the way people date today on dating apps. The basic theory is when it comes to one of the most important decisions of a person's life, like who you're going to spend the rest of your life with, instead of leaving that up to chance and hoping that you happen to bump into the person who you're destined to be with for the rest of your life randomly in a bar somewhere, instead, we try to make sure that two people are compatible before they even meet. This system avoids a very common pitfall where two people meet, they enjoy each other's company, they get along, they date for years, and only after several years of dating do they have the big conversations. Do they make sure that they are really in line in terms of their values, in terms of what they want out of their lives? Do you want kids? How many? Where do you want to live? What kind of values are most important to you? These are big questions that often don't get asked until it's too late. And by the time these conversations happen, a person is already so invested in the relationship, a person is so infatuated with the other that they begin to compromise their values for the sake of the relationship. Instead, Jewish dating traditionally is done by people being set up. What that means is usually a family friend who knows both parties will suggest that they meet one another because they know that they have lots of similarities and that the values that are most important are already aligned. That way, when the two people meet, they already know that on paper, they're a good match. And then after we meet, we begin dating. And the point of dating is to see whether or not we're compatible, whether we get along, whether we like one another. But instead of spending our time dating and going to movies and doing things that don't engender conversation, often on Orthodox Jewish dates, we're getting to some of the heavy topics right off the bat. We're spending dates where we're spending 3, 4, 5 hours just talking to one another. I've heard someone say that Orthodox Jews talk more and about more important things in just 1 or 2 meetings, 1 or 2 dates, than other couples do in years of living with one another. So to answer your question, Orthodox marriages are not arranged, but often the couples are set up. And then it's up to them to determine whether or not they want to continue dating, and eventually if the person who they're dating is suitable for marriage, and then if they are, they take the next step, they get married, and then the rest, as they say, is history. If you are a wondering Jew, and there are questions that you would like us to address here on Dear Rabbi, feel free to submit them so we can tackle your questions in a future episode. You can send those questions to dearrabbi@joidenver.com. So thank you so much and have a wonderful, curious day.